A thought travels throughout the universe at a flash, so to speak. It transcends time and space. A thought is a type of energy. It's a form of energy. It's scalar energy. It's scalar light. Everything has an instruction. Everything has light or energy attached to it. So if thinking can traverse the universe instantaneously, it must be scalar energy. Scalar energy traverses the universe instantaneously. The best way to access your brain waves is through scalar waves.
This is Find Joy with Joyan Season 2, where joy gets stronger, our community gets bigger, and together we become better versions of ourselves in a world full of limitless possibilities. I'm your host, Joyan Chan. And every Wednesday, we bring you inspiring stories that will light up your soul, powerful message that will make you go wow, and fun conversations that will crack you up. With me and my special guests and friends, it is my personal mission to empower you to live and lead a life with joy. If you are new here, this podcast is for you if you are looking for more joy, courage, passion, and purpose in your life. We dive deep into mindset mastery, spirituality, love and relationship matters, and how to manifest more success and abundance in all aspects of your life, however that looks. This podcast has got your back every step of the way. Now, without further ado, get ready to laugh, learn, and live your life to the fullest. Scalar energy is the fundamental life force found anywhere in the world, space, and universe. It originates from the sun and stars. Chi, prana, om, mana, life force, pyramid energy, or zero-point energy are synonymous terms for scalar energy. And our guest today theorized that all energy in the universe initiates as scalar energy, and that the sun of our solar system and the stars of the universe are the points of origin, the storehouses for scalar energy. He further theorized that scalar energy is instructive energy as the entire universe is instructed by this divine essence. Subsequently, all spiritual, cognitive, emotional, and physical action in the universe is initiated and maintained by scalar energy instructions. Scalar energy provides order in the universe. He's here today to enhance your spiritual and energetic state of being. So guys, help me welcoming the scalar energy researcher based in Florida, Tom Paladino. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Joyan. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you on our show today. This is life-changing, world-changing. So I can't wait to dive deep into, your research and the work that you are doing today. So first, I know I kind of mentioned it in the introduction, but can you give us another brief overview of scalar energy for our audience who may not be familiar with this concept at all?
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's chi or prana. So I'm working with an energy that's initiates from the sun and the stars, scalar energy. It's not electricity. And other various cultures have called it chi, prana. Some call it consciousness or a pyramid energy. And I'm in my laboratory to demonstrate chi instruments or scalar energy instruments. The key to my work is I've been able to capture this energy, harness it, and then broadcast it or direct it. So this is a scientific method whereby we've engineered instruments. We can control the energy, and we can produce what I call quantum health benefits for people and animals. You're going to like what you see, so hang on.
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you're about to show us. But okay, so in your research, you have described scalar energy as divine essence that instructs the entire universe. So can you elaborate on what you mean by this, and how do you perceive the connection between scalar energy and the higher intelligence of divine essence?
Yeah, thank you. Well, energy, light is fundamental. So you have to ask yourself, who created the light? It's from God. Mm-hmm. God created the light. The only thing that's fundamental in the universe is light, energy. And that light obeys the laws of science, the laws of God. So I'm working with the initial energy, the light of the universe. It's the light of God. Now, with that in mind, this is quite profound because the light dictates nature. If I can control scalar energy, I can control nature. That's what I can do. And I'll demonstrate how I do that with this instrument. I'm in my laboratory. This is a scalar energy instrument. And I want to demonstrate there's so much energy coming off this instrument. I can feel it right now. I'm going to demonstrate to the audience how much energy is emanating from the instrument. It's a scalar energy instrument. If I hold up a light bulb in my hand, it's in its factory packaging, this light bulb will animate, will illuminate when you place it close to the instrument.
Wow.
So there's so much energy coming off the instrument, it illuminates a light bulb. Here, this is a red light bulb. You might be able to see it better.
Uh-huh.
The instrument will animate.
Wow.
The light bulb. So this is not your typical electrical instrument. Now, with that energy, with that divine energy, chi prana, I can work with people through their aura, through their force field. I can, if you will, download or administer that energy to people. So it's an energy instrument that I work with people or in animals, but I don't work with people or animals in person. Because when you're working with scalar energy, it's omnipresent. I work with people by way of their photograph. I'm going to hold up my photograph. This photograph serves as my energy or my chi. And if I wanted to work with somebody, I simply place their photograph in the instrument.
Okay.
Once I do that, the photograph, the energy field experiences that afflatus, experiences the scalar energy. So this would be akin to a chakra balancer. If I were to place this light bulb close to my photograph, the light bulb illuminates. Well, that's the identical energy going into a person's force field or their aura. Okay? Chi energy entering into my chakras or my brain waves. When I do that for 1 hour, people say that they feel better because they're under the influence of scalar energy through their photographic force field. Now, to give the audience an analogy, you live in Singapore, you live in Asia, I live in the United States. We are communicating through our computer. I can communicate with people through a photograph, but it's not biological, it's all information. So you're not in my laboratory.
Yep.
But if somebody sends me their photograph, obviously they're not in their home, if you will, having to travel to me. Their photograph travels to me.
Okay.
So it's by location. So we are speaking to one another through by location. Your image is in my computer, but you stay in Singapore. If you send me your photograph, you bilocate by way of your photograph. So what have we learned from this type of new technology? It's a wormhole. We can bilocate. We can be in more than one place at one specific time. So we teleport through a photograph.
How is it even possible? Because it's just a photograph. How does a photograph capture the chi, the aura of a person?
Because it's light. Now keep in mind, light is fundamental. My light on that photograph is me. It represents me.
Okay.
And anybody who would to send me a photograph, they bilocate to my laboratory. You're always in your home or you're in your office in a biological sense. But your energy field, you send your energy to me through your photograph. I don't work with people, I work with energy fields, force fields. Now, this is the new science of scalar energy. And again, this is not electricity. This obviously does not behave anything like electricity.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to explain that. What I just showed was the chakra balancing.
Okay.
This is another function that I can achieve with scalar energy. I take my photograph and I use a photograph of a virus in conjunction with my photograph. I'm going to hold up two photographs.
Yep.
My photograph and the herpes virus. Now, everything has an energy, including the herpes virus, a signature. If I take my photograph of herpes and place it next to my photograph, the energy field of herpes is recognized in my force field. If I had herpes, this instrument would not only identify herpes, but bring it to a state of chaos, remove it, negate it, destroy it. So through this instrument, working with this energy, I can identify germs, microbes, find them in my force field, and eradicate them. Now, a lot of people, they have now started to prove this by way of PCR testing. We're going to hold up a PCR test from somebody who sent me their photograph. And after they sent me their photograph, they had a PCR test conducted.
Yep.
And that PCR test showed no
Not
viral
detected.
load, not
Yep.
detected for herpes. Here's another PCR test for herpes, not detected, no viral load. No viral load for herpes. So we have testimonies around the world from people who are saying, stating, claiming that they no longer have a viral load for herpes after they send me their photograph. So the results are very promising. Now, keep in mind that's all anecdotal, and this is a new science, and you really can't prove or disprove anything by way of a photograph yet. It's such a new science, we've not been able to understand how this energy works completely, and there's no testing method for this chi or prana. You can't measure chi or prana. I don't think anybody's ever measured it. But nonetheless, the results are quite promising. Here's another indication to share this with you. I'm working with a HIV/AIDS clinic in Delhi, India. This is the Om Prakash HIV/AIDS clinic. It's a group of people who've marshaled their forces and started this community. I've worked with over 5,000 people at this community, the Om Prakash HIV/AIDS clinic in Delhi, India. And after working with these people, they no longer have a viral load. They tell me that their health is improved. So how does that work? Well, I take a photograph of the HIV virus because everything is energy. Everything is a signature. I only work with energy. It's not a chemical. The energy of HIV is identified in the people at this clinic, Om Prakash.
Okay.
We can find the signal of HIV in the people. This instrument will not only identify the HIV virus, but bring it to a state of chaos, eradicate. Now, after we work with these people, some of them have submitted their PCR tests. This is one of the PCR tests.
Yep.
According to this individual, after we work with them, they no longer have a viral load for HIV.
Wow, that is huge.
Yeah, it is huge. This is quite promising. And keep in mind, I've worked with over 5,000 people at this clinic in Delhi, India, the Om Prakash HIV/AIDS clinic in Delhi, India. So I want the world to share the results. I want the world to speak up by way of testimony. We're doing that. And I'm really keen on presenting this now to Asia. I want the people of Asia to realize that there is a remedy, that we have a means working through the force field, the energy field of photographs to produce what I call quantum health. Quantum health. It's not biological. This is a new science.
Okay. How does scalar energy, influence spiritual, cognitive, emotional, and physical aspects of our existence?
I want you to consider a thought. When you think, a thought travels throughout the universe at a flash, so to speak. It transcends time and space. A thought is a type of energy. It's a form of energy. It's scalar energy. It's scalar light. Everything has an instruction. Everything has light or energy attached to it. So if thinking can traverse the universe instantaneously, it must be scalar energy. Scalar energy traverses the universe instantaneously. The best way to access your brain waves is through scalar waves. Your brain waves are scalar waves. We've all realized that there's chakras. There's 7 chakras, main chakras, and they spin. They spin because they're spinning vortices of scalar energy. So our 7 chakras are composed of scalar energy. So the best way to access your brain waves and your chakras is with scalar energy, not with electricity. And that's what this instrument does. Now, after I work with many people through this chakra balancing, many people say that their emotions are uplifted. They're happier, they're calmer. Many people say that they can give up cigarettes or alcohol or drug use. And we have a terrible drug problem in the United States. Some people say that this has lifted their anxiety. Now, how does that happen through the photographic force field? Well, it happens because there is energy attached to that force field, and we correct the energy on the force field. Okay. So again, people can be in two places at once, just as we're having this conversation, so to speak, and we're in two places at once. I'm in Singapore and you're in the United States through this conversation. Well, you can do that likewise with a photograph.
Well, I'm just being mind blown. Like right now, I'm just like observing all this information and trying to digest it, right? Trying to make sense out of it. But yeah,
it's groundbreaking. And to be clear with your audience, this is the instrument that I'm working with. These are custom built instruments. My laboratory is filled with these instruments. This has never been done before.
So what got you started? Like what is your background and what inspired you to get started and doing the research and building this instrument?
It was the work of Nikola Tesla, the great scientist Nikola Tesla. He was the first one to develop scalar energy instruments. And I studied Tesla, and there was another American inventor by the name of Hieronymus. And that actually is a modification of a Hieronymus instrument. So this is a very, if you will, esoteric science. Very few scientists have come this far. To develop these instruments is very, very time consuming and very difficult. So really, it's an engineering feat, not only on my part, but on that of other scientists. I'm not the originator.
You mentioned that quantum energy, quantum healing, light healing is the future of healing. How is it going to heal? And you mentioned that it's going to heal mankind's suffering. Why do you believe so?
Yeah, I believe so because everything is instructions, energy. And if you have the wrong energy, you simply correct it with the correct energy. Scalar energy is corrective energy. So eventually, I think we can use this energy not only to cure disease. I can't do that yet, but eventually we can. We can also use it to light up the world. If I can light up a light bulb in my laboratory locally, then why can't I use this energy to light up a building in Singapore? Mm-hmm. So this is wireless energy. I want to make this very clear to the audience. There's no satellite system. The infrastructure is inbuilt. It's the universe. So it's free energy from the sun and the stars. It's safe. The infrastructure is already there. It's the ether. It's the universe itself. So you could send this energy anywhere in the world. You could broadcast this to the moon or to a distant star. It's free energy with a free infrastructure.
Okay. How do we as human being, right, as a regular person in our day-to-day life, harness or utilize this scalar energy to improve our life, for our personal life?
Remember, I said a thought has to be scalar energy. A thought transcends time and space. So everybody thinks, obviously, your mind and your heart, your mind is a scalar energy vessel. We have this gift. We just don't realize it. And the gift of creativity, of thought, of deduction, induction, is just fabulous. So we are scalar energy beings. We control chi or prana through our mind, through our emotions. And this gives credence to positive thinking. You've heard, many people have heard, obviously, positive thinking helps you. Why? It's an affirmation, but it's an instruction. And that's a scalar instruction, positive thinking. This is why positive thinking works. The way you think is the world that you create.
Yeah, but so often we get stuck in our negative thinking because it's the human brain, right? For survival, it's either fight or flight mode, right? So how do we practice positive thinking?
One step at a time. I think people have realized if they have goals and they meet those goals, every day I have 2 or 3 goals and I meet those goals. A goal keeps you on target. Don't deviate and don't waste time watching television or don't waste time on social media. Don't waste time being negative. Just concentrate on your goal. And if you channel all of your energy to 1 or 2 goals a day, you'll make great progress. That's what I do. Every day is a day of success because I have positive thinking, I have goals, and I achieve those goals. That's why I'm successful as a researcher.
What if you don't, when you don't achieve your goal, do you start to develop self-doubt or you're like fear of failure? Like,
No, no, you don't. There's another day, and the following day you'll achieve it, or maybe a week later. No, and don't make these impossible goals. And frankly, if you make a goal, make it so that you can control the entire process from start to finish. Sometimes you can't depend upon people. When I'm alone in my laboratory, I depend on God and myself. I always can depend on God and myself, and nothing stands in our way. So, if you will, set goals, make sure people cannot interfere with your goals, make your goals realistic. But the cumulative effect, if you do that 365 days out of a year, you're a genius.
yeah, repetition is the mother of mastery, right? If you want to master something, you just have to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. So you mentioned, you told me that you are going to offer our listeners 15 days, right? Free trial or free sessions for your program. So talk to us about that. What will happen during the 15 free sessions?
Thank you. So once again, in order to prove this, in order to get my work out there, I give away 15 days of free sessions. You're going to, and you can include your family. You will email us your photograph.
Okay.
Include your family and pets.
Any photograph, like any photograph, or
yeah, the age doesn't matter because with scalar energy, it's always in the present moment.
wow.
So we're beyond space and time. The age of the photograph doesn't matter. Email us your photograph. We will work with you for 15 days. And in so doing, we're going to balance your chakras. I demonstrated how the instrument can illuminate the mind, illuminate the chakras. Number two, we're going to eradicate viruses and bacteria. We will negate, we will destroy these viruses and bacteria that have plagued you for perhaps decades. And then the third process, I take photographs of nutrients. This is a photograph of glutathione, an antioxidant. And for 22 hours a day, I have another instrument that takes the information, the energy of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and then downloads or delivers that energetically to your photograph. Okay. In so doing, many people say that they're no longer hungry. It suppresses their appetite because they're finally achieving the nutrients that they need. Many people say that they can skip a meal or they can reduce their food intake because their body has a trigger point and their body is now to the point of satiety. They are no longer hungry because they're receiving nutrients or hormones on a 22-hour basis.
So okay. How do you know what a person needs or lacks?
I don't. The energy does.
Okay.
So that's what I like about my work. That's a very good question. All of this is self-directed. All of this is the energy working on its own. I don't have to think. I'm not in the medical field. I don't portray this as a medical device. It's not. It's a quantum device in which all the information is inbuilt. It's divine energy. I don't instruct the instrument. And hence my work is flawless because the energy does the work. There's no human interface here. There's no human reason.
Mm. So you mentioned that I can send my the photos of my family, and so do I have to inform that person that I'm going to they are going to go through these sessions, or not necessarily?
Tell your family that you're about us and tell them to sign up, or you can take their photograph with their permission, and include your pets. Many people are convinced after we work with cats and dogs, the dogs, cats feel better. Why? Well, we've eradicated the energy of microbes. We balance their chakras. Animals have chakras. Really? They have brain waves. Yes. Yes. Wow.
Yeah. This is really interesting. Yeah, I can't wait to, to do the I just can't wait to experience that like myself. So thank you so much. Is there anything that you really want to talk about? Perhaps I didn't ask you or didn't let you?
Yeah, this is the easy way to help people around the world. I'm a humanitarian. This instrument can work with millions of photographs a day. Earlier today in my lab, I was working with 500,000 photographs.
Wow.
Now, I do not live in Asia. I live in the United States. I want the people of Asia to start working with me, or anywhere in the world. So please, if you're from Asia, contact us. Let me know if you have an interest in this. This technology has to get out there. I rarely travel to Asia, but I would like to. So
Yeah.
please help us. Keep in mind, I'm the researcher. I'm the one who's spearheading this movement. There's only one researcher, me. So I have to get the word out. How does one person get the word out? Probably by podcasts, radio shows. That's probably the best way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you so much. I feel so honored that now, I'm the first podcaster that interviewed you, and I'm going to introduce this new technology to this part of the world. I hope so, right? I'm going to try my very best to introduce you to all my network and all the people that I know, because it's going to be life changing. And I want to be a part of it, right? I want to help you and help the world, right?
Please, the ball is rolling, please. And anybody who's listening to this podcast, what I've presented to you is that of science. There's no human opinion here. You can go to my website. You can see thousands of testimonials. Many of them are PCR tests. Then you decide. You take a look at the evidence, and then you decide what you feel. It's an open question. Why? My work has never been duplicated.
It's good that you mentioned that. How about people who might be listening to this and they will be thinking, like, it's woo-woo, how can this happen? It's not possible, it's BS, right? How do you address this?
These instruments are not woo-woo. These are scientifically engineered instruments. This is a reality. When I hold up a light bulb in my hand and the light bulb illuminates, that's reality. This is all predicated upon science. There's no human reasoning. This is science. If you respect the laws of science, you'll respect my work. If you don't look at the science behind this, then you will question the laws of science.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I believe you have to try it and you will know whether it works or not, right? So guys, I'm telling you, since he's offering 15 free sessions, just go and try it out, and then you tell us whether it works or not, right? Then you can decide if it's something that you want to pursue further. So okay, so how many sessions does a person need in order to, I don't know, like
the free 15-day trial that we offer? The greater majority of people say that they feel better. Now, keep in mind, this has never been done before, so your experiences will be unique. Okay. You've never experienced this type of instrument before. And it's not biological, it's energetic, it's information. So obviously, it's a unique experience, but you'll feel better. The greater majority of people say they see a shift, a positive shift.
Yeah, very interesting. I just can't wait to try it out. Thank you so much again. You have been very generous and kind with your time today, early in your morning. Tell us, where is the best place to find you? Is that your website that you mentioned?
The website, scalarlight.com, SCALAR, scalarlight.com. You'll see it right on our homepage. It's a 15-day free trial. Try it, experience it. You'll feel better. There's no harm here. You cannot have a biological reaction with a photograph. This is a new science.
So guys, I'm encouraging you to go and try it now, like after this episode, right? Just go and try it out, and you got nothing to lose. So I hope you find this episode insightful and mind-blowing. So go follow Tom, go to his website, sign up now, get your free sessions, and check out all the amazing things that he is doing today. I put all the links and resources for you in the show note below, so make sure you visit the show note and get all the links we have for you. And also follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. Remember to like and subscribe so you'll never miss another episode coming to you every Wednesday. And I will always leave you the same way as I leave you with every other episode. Show up, the world needs you, and you need you. Thanks for listening, and I wish you a joyful and amazing day ahead. Bye, Tom.
Thank you.
Thank you again for tuning into Find Joy Joyan podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, take a screenshot and share it on your IG story and tag findjoyjoyan_podcast so I know you are listening. And leave us a positive review on Apple Podcasts if you haven't already done so. And remember to hit the subscribe button whether you are listening on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, or any of your other favorite platforms. If you love what we are doing and want to become one of our sponsors, you can send me a DM to connect. And thanks for being here. I will see you soon in the next episode.